You know what's mind-blowing? There's a real estate agent who generates over $500,000 in commissions annually without spending a single dollar on advertising. And that's just the beginning of what we're uncovering today.
That seems almost impossible in today's digital-first market. How does someone even accomplish that?
Well, it's fascinating because it challenges everything we think we know about modern real estate. Take Anthony Grinchel, who started at just 18 and has become known as Mr. Claremont. He's closed more than 140 transactions in his local area without relying on online leads at all.
So what's his secret sauce? Because most agents I know are spending thousands monthly on digital advertising.
Here's what's really interesting. He's mastered this concept of hyperlocal marketing and personal branding. Instead of trying to be everywhere, he's focused on becoming a local celebrity in his specific market. His philosophy is when you list, you last, and he's built this whole ecosystem around community involvement.
That's quite different from the usual spray and pray approach to marketing.
Exactly. And here's another fascinating perspective. There's this agent Fadi Haweilei who's taken a completely different route. He's closed over $70 million in volume with 68 transactions in just 3 years. And get this, his team has done over $50 million through a performance-based partnership with Zillow.
That's interesting because most agents see Zillow as the enemy.
Right? But what's really clever is how he's turned it into a mentorship opportunity. He's using this model to create what he calls rising stars within his team. It's like he's found a way to make the big platforms work for him instead of against him.
You know what strikes me about both these approaches? They're playing completely different games than most agents.
And wait until you hear about Leo. His numbers are incredible. His organization did $5.6 billion in production across more than 9,600 transactions just last year. But here's what's really fascinating. It's all built on systems and mentorship rather than advertising spend.
Those numbers are staggering. How does someone scale to that level without massive marketing budgets?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. He's developed these innovative strategies that work across different markets and countries. But what's really crucial is that he's focused on building sustainable systems rather than quick wins.
That seems to be a common thread. Building something lasting rather than chasing quick leads.
Exactly. And then there's Joseph, who brings this completely unique perspective from his 25-year federal career. He's now a 4X icon agent. But what's fascinating is how he's integrated his background in federal service into his real estate approach.
That's quite an unusual path into real estate. How has that influenced his success?
It's given him this incredible framework for discipline and integrity. He's actually taken those organizational principles and created something called the Iconic Success Academy. Plus, and this is really clever, he and his wife own LA Style magazine, which they use as a platform for real estate and lifestyle content.
So they're essentially creating their own media empire alongside their real estate business.
Precisely. And what's really powerful about all these different approaches is that they're completely replicable. These agents are going to break down 11 specific lead generation strategies that don't require any ad spend. We're talking about step-by-step systems that have been proven across different markets.
That kind of practical knowledge seems incredibly valuable, especially with how expensive advertising has become.
And here's what makes it even more relevant. These strategies actually appreciate over time. Unlike paid advertising, where the moment you stop spending, the leads stop coming, these methods build momentum. Your influence grows, your network expands, and your reputation compounds.
That's really the key difference, isn't it? Building assets versus buying attention.
Exactly. And what's particularly fascinating is how each of these agents has adapted these principles for different market segments. Whether it's luxury homes, first-time buyers, or international clients, these fundamental strategies work across the board.
It sounds like they've really cracked the code on sustainable growth.
And that's what makes this so powerful for the industry as a whole. In a market where margins are getting squeezed and advertising costs are skyrocketing, these agents are showing that there's another way, They're proving that success in real estate isn't about who has the biggest advertising budget. It's about who can build the most valuable relationships and systems.
That's a message that could really transform how agents approach their business.
You know what's really exciting about all this? It's not just about saving money on advertising, it's about building something that actually grows more valuable over time. These agents are showing that when you focus on creating real value in your market, the leads and opportunities naturally follow.